Hello, good afternoon. I am pleased to present QuickPerf, a testing library for Java to quickly remove some big performance bottlenecks. My name is Jean Mizuti. I am a Java consultant and I work for Zenica and I created QuickPerf. Why quickly remove some big performance bottlenecks? In my experience, performance is often considered late or not considered in the software development lifecycle. If I ask you if you have performance tests in your project, I think that many of you would say no. If I ask you if you execute often your performance test, I think that many of you would say no. Bottlenecks are like performance bombs hidden in the code. They can explode later with more data or more users. Sometimes they explode in production. So, quickly remove some big performance bottlenecks allow to early reduce the risk exposure. In addition, quickly remove some big performance bottleneck can save time and so save money. This data from Gilobel show that most of the time it takes several days to investigate and fix a performance bottleneck. You may think that we would like to optimize every piece of code like a crazy scientist. You probably know this code. Premature optimization is the root of all evil. This is only a part of the code. The whole code is you should forget about small efficiencies. Say about 97% of the time. Yet, we should not pass up our opportunities in the critical 3%. This 3% can help us to quickly remove some big performance bottlenecks. It should be useful to have a tool to quickly remove these performance bottlenecks. About 2 years ago, I felt the need to have a tool to quickly evaluate and investigate some performance properties. I wanted to have a fast feedback on some performance properties. I wanted to do rapid performance testing. I did not find this tool, so I thought to create it and I named it QuickPerf. Where do the performance bottlenecks usually come from? To answer this question, I searched for studies. I found a study from Dynatrace that collects top 10 performance problems taken from different companies. The first issue is too many database calls. I also found a study from Gilobel, a study for Java. This study seems to show that most of the performance issues will come from database, memory, inefficient application code, and concurrency. I also found a third study from App Dynamics that points to similar results. Now it's time to a QuickPerf demo. In the first time, we will show a demo on a persistent layer. After that, we will present examples how to use QuickPerf with heap allocation. Let's start with the persistent layer. Let's imagine that you are developing an application managing football players. Here is a test for these applications. At the beginning of the test, we execute a SQL script that inserts 2 players and their team in the database. The test executes a find-all method of a player repository. At the end, the test checks that all players are retrieved from the database. Let's execute the test. Okay, great. The test is green. Now, let's look at the implementation. This method uses a GPA query from player. How many SQL statements are sent to the database? At first sight, we may think that one select statement is sent to the database. How to check this? How to test this assumption? We may enable Hibernate logging and look at the generated SQL. It's time-consuming, boring, and tedious. We should do this for each GPA query. So most of the time, we don't do this. We expect one select. Let's simply express this with the help of an annotation. We expect one select. With JUnit 4, we will use a QuickPerf JUnit runner. In this case, we have JUnit 5, so we are going to use a QuickPerf test extension. Let's execute the test. Now, the test has failed. We may think that one select statement was sent to the database, but in fact, there are 3 select statements. QuickPerf has analyzed the generated SQL and has counted for us the number of select statements sent to the database. Oh, it seems that perhaps there is a performance boom in our code. With production data, there might have even more 3 select statements sent to a database. JDBC long trip can be very dangerous for performance. This is explained in details in this article of Lucas Eder. At the bottom, we have the SQL executions. We have one select statement on the player table, a second select statement on team table, and a third select statement on team table. So it seems that the code is trying for each player to retrieve the team. It seems that we have an n+1 select issue, as it is suggested by the error message. In clean code, we have code smell. n+1 select issue is a code smell for performance. QuickPerf has detected that we are using Hibernate. And QuickPerf suggests solutions to fix the n+1 select with Hibernate. Let's look at the code. The findAll method returns a list of player entities. For this entity, we have a many-to-one mapping with a team entity. Let's add the lazy fetch type as suggested by QuickPerf. And let's execute the test. Now the test is green. So, since it is easy and fast to eliminate the n+1 select with QuickPerf, we should not mind doing it. And now we have a non-regression test on the number of selects sent to the database. In addition, by reading the expect select annotation, we know that there is exactly one select sent to the database. So we have documentation for this. Let's work on another task. Oh, it seems that we have received an email from the support team. It seems that you have a performance issue on a web service in production. The support team investigated 2 days, and the conclusion is that several hundreds of select statements are sent to the database for the team table. I don't want to go on too late today. I hope that QuickPerf could save my day. So, this web service is developed in a Spring Boot project. I think that there is a test for this web service. Great. Let's add, we expect one select. With JUnit 4, we could use a QuickPerf Spring Runner. In this case, we have JUnit 5, so we are going to use a QuickPerf test extension. Let's execute the test. The test has failed. What happens? In fact, there are 3 select statements sent to the database. We may have, again, an n+1 select issue. QuickPerf has detected we are using Hibernate, and in addition, QuickPerf has detected that the project also used Spring Data GPA. And QuickPerf suggests a solution to fix the n+1 select with Spring Data GPA. We can use the entity graph annotation to fix the n+1 select with Spring Data GPA. Let's look at the implementation of the controller. The controller uses a player service, and in this service, the findAll method of a player repository is called to retrieve all players, and after that, for each player, the code asks for the team and the team name. So, for each player, a select statement is executed to retrieve the team. Let's go to the repository and let's add, sorry, the entity graph annotation. Okay, let's re-execute the test. Team is a property name of a player. Now the test is green. You can notice that we add a n+1 select even if we add a lazy fetch type. It may have over n+1 select in our code. How quickly catch some n+1 selects? The result of an n+1 select is to have several times the same select statement with different parameter values. In QuickPerf, we can configure global check executing for each test. So, we want to disable the same select type with different parameters. Now, let's execute all the tests of the application. Sorry. Okay. We can add other global check. For example, we can check that JDBC batching is enabled. Sometimes we might think that JDBC batching is enabled, but in fact not. Now, another test has failed. We have same select type with different parameters, and we may have a n+1 select. If, for a specific case, you want to allow to have several times the same select type with different parameters, you can add the enable same select type with different parameters on a test method. Now we are going to see some heap allocation examples. In this test method body, we instantiate an array list of size 100. The test method is annotated with measure heap allocation. Let's execute the test. QuickPerf has accurately measured the heap allocation. Let's imagine that you are designing your application. In your application, you want a huge data structure, so with QuickPerf, you can evaluate the heap size of this data structure, and if the heap size is too high, you could choose another one. So you have the fast feedback on performance could allow to adapt your design regarding performance properties. For each test, you can specify the heap size. Let's imagine that you are developing a batch. If 1/10 of the production data you need an heap size of 10 gigabytes, then we might think that you will have a big problem with all the production data. So based on this feedback, you can modify the code for performance. How to know where the heap allocation comes from? This test method accumulates integers between 0 and 1 million. We can profile this method by adding profile JVM annotation. Let's execute the test. The JVM was profiled with Java Flight Recorder. You can retrieve on your disk the recording file, and after that, you could open the recording file with Java Mission Control and investigate which method allocates a lot. We could investigate quickly by adding expect no JVM issue annotation. Let's now re-execute the test. Oh, now the test has failed. QuickPerf has executed Java Mission Control rules. And QuickPerf has detected that the large part of heap allocation is due to a conversion from primitive to object. And QuickPerf gives the method responsible for the boxing. With QuickPerf, we have measured the heap allocation of Maven project during the validation phase. The target project was Apache Camel. This graph represents the heap allocation for a launch of Maven version. We can see that the heap allocation significantly drops from Maven 3 to 5 to last Maven version. This test bench will allow to detect an increase of heap allocation for next Maven releases. Heap allocation is an important matter for the Maven project. Indeed, a part of the heap allocation is going to be garbage collected, and the garbage collection activity is susceptible to slow down your build. In addition, less heap allocation means that you could execute Maven with a smaller heap size. We are close to the end of these tools in action. So we found and deactivated N+1 select performance bomb. With SQL and JVM annotation, we saw that we could have a fast feedback on performance, and so we can early add a performance quality attribute to our code, and so we can decrease risk exposure early. QuickPerf can help us to design our code for performance. QuickPerf can help us to promote performance and scalability at the beginning of application development. QuickPerf completes and does not replace other types of performance testing. One main characteristic of QuickPerf is the ability to supply a fast feedback on performance. So based on this fast feedback, you can readapt your design, and this can save time. QuickPerf is an open source project. Feel free to contribute. Many thanks to our contributors that has helped to build QuickPerf. I hope that this is the first step to a long road. Don't hesitate to contribute, to work on or create QuickPerf issues. New ideas are very welcome. Thanks a lot for your attention. If you find QuickPerf interesting, don't hesitate to talk about it around you. And I hope that QuickPerf could help many of you.